We're here tonight by supporting Hashim Younis, and the reason why we're supporting Hashim Younis is to witness greatness and to see the leadership that we yearn for. Hashim might be young, but he comes with a wealth of knowledge, experience, and a deep understanding in the various cultures in our city. Hashim Younis is running for a candidate for Park Board Minneapolis at large. Please understand that tomorrow is now and now is tomorrow. As Malcolm X said, tomorrow belongs for those who prepare for it today. We're here to prepare for tomorrow by supporting Hashim Younis and electing him a Park Board Commissioner.
Younis aan dooranno. Younis kaliya xafiiskan ma u maleynaa inuu ku filan yahay markuu xafiiskan helo xafiis kale u socdaa. Hadda u maleystaan Younis inuu halka fadhiisanayo ma fadhinaayo. Younis aan dooranno waa walaalkeen waay aan u hagar baxno aan fundraising u sameeyno lacagta aan kumbeynkiisa aan waalidkeena soo bixino maxay la waxa aad rumaysantahay waxaan ku ogaanayaa markaad waqti iyo dhaqaale aad gelisid.
wuxuu inoo keenay taariikhda Minnesota hore aan looga aqoon. wuxuu ahaa inankii ugu horeeyay taariikhda xusaa wanaagsan ama wiilkii ugu horeeyo Soomaali ah oo dhalinta reer Minnesota oo kala duwan kalar ahaan diin ahaan noocyo badan leh waxbarasho ahaan u kala duwan u helay fursad mayorka magaalada Minneapolis oo ah mayorkii ugu qaalisanaa state Minnesota Soomaaliya sababtoo ah 3 mar baa mayornimo loo doortay uma ay dooran group khaas ah reer Minneapolis ay doorteen wuxuu u doortay Younis inuu ka mid noqdo ama uu ahaado ninka matala Minnesota dhalintooda madaxweynaha wadanka madaxweyne Obama uu ku casuumay xafiiskiisa soo gacan galiyo salaan kaliya ma ahna la soo sheekaysta una soo dhiciyo dhalinta Minnesota employment ama dhaqaale lagu kobcinayo shaqo u helida dhalinyarada marka waxaan leenahay Younis aad ugu mahadsanyahay midaas.
Hashim Younis waxa uu codeyn kartaa Soomaalida ama dadka degan oo dhan Minneapolis macnaha Minneapolis oo dhan weysaygo waa candidate at large marka dadka degan hala waco north eastiga south eastiga southka Minneapolis dadka degan oo dhan oo xaafadaha Minneapolis ka kooban tahay 71 xaafadood inay tahay qiyaasaya Minneapolis 71 ka xaafadood ama 13 degmo in mataqaana loo codeeyo Hashim Younis waa nin real u qalma oo shaqadan ka bixi kara waa ninka kaliya aan real aaminsanahay oo mataqaana ka aqoon badan dadka hadda ku jira Park Board Commissionka.
waxaan runtii sharaf weyn ah inaan maanta ka soo qayb galo munaasabadan qaaliga ah aynu halkan isugu nimay inaan ku taageerno walaalkeen Hashim Younis. waxaan halkan ka markhaati dhalinyaro ah oo aqoon leh oo khibrad leh shaqadanna ka bixi kara qualified na u ah waxaan u maleynayaa khibrad badan baan u leeyahay arrimahan halkan maanta aynu ku hayno siyaasadda muddo dheer baan ku jiray waxaa loo baahan yahay in albaabada la garaaco intaynu soo labisano xaflad nimaado kaliya maaha shaqada ugu badan waa in albaabada la garaaco.
aad baan ugu faraxsanahay ciyaalka qayrkiisa waa la cilciliyaa gaarigii buu la cararay furhii buu la baxsaday hayaay baari celiyay wali yani waxa weeyaan dhaykeerkii umay dhaafeen waa ta inta la cilcilinayo marka waxaan aad ugu faraxsanahay waxaan jeclaan lahaa ciyaalkaygu ayuu leeyahay qaarna wayba ka waaweyn inay maanta halkan fadhiyaan oo iigu daydaan marka waxaan leenahay soo barbaar oo siyaasadda ku soo barbaar oo ka leexo siyaasaddii ragga Soomaalida ee kala qaybinta ee danaha yar yar ee raqiiska iyagoo leh sida yaryar wax ku dayday jiray hanka yaraa ka baydh nin han weyn oo Soomaali iyo wixii ka sii sareeya ku fikira noqo Soomaali Afrikaan bini aadanimo yani adduun weynaha global u fikireedo.
The most important thing waxa waaye in aad maantay walaalkeen aad every time aad u awoodin inaad siisiin waxaad u baahan yahay waqti kasta u awoodin hal saacba ha noqotee. That is really vital to him and very important. Marka hadda albaabada u soo garaaci kartiin hadda dadku u wici kartiin waxa waaye badankiin waxa is leedihiin waxaas aniga ma aqaan sida loo sameeyo. Is easy meeshan script baa jiro qoran kaas baad u akhrinaysaa waxa leedahay magacay waa hebel hebel waxaan ka socdaa Hashim inaad codaysid ayaan rabi lahaa u codaysid Hashim. It's not really difficult. Marka queen is adkeenayo please waan ibaryeena sign up for a shift or 2 or 3 and you will make a big difference. Waa mahadsantiin.
He's the father of 2 wonderful boys, a husband and a brother to all of us sitting here tonight. He graduated from St. Olaf. He got his master's degree from St. Mary's and a PhD candidate at the University of Minnesota. A PhD candidate at 26 years old, a father of 2. He was the first group of Step Up program in Minneapolis in 2005. He was mentored by our great mayor, R.T. Ryback, who is not here tonight. We would love to have him, but because of schedule conflict, he couldn't be here. He was nominated by the White House as a youth ambassador. He's the first, and he's now running for Barkboard, Minneapolis at large, and one of the first candidates endorsed by the mayor, R.T. Ryback. He speaks 7 languages. That's why we open with 7 languages saying good evening. If that's not impressive, you know what? I don't know what impressive is. And here, help me welcoming Hashim Yonis to the stage.
Thank you. You may have a seat. Thank you. Bismillah, alhamdulillah. We all have dreams and goals that we want to accomplish. Our dreams and goals are driven by those and the societies that we live in. When I came to this country, I was very saddened by every place that I go because I had always had the difficulties of understanding and the lack of resources that every door that my brothers and I went. So when I went to Edison High School, I was introduced by a Somali teacher who I greatly respect, said to me that, Hashim, if you really want to make a difference in your community, you have to educate yourself. You have to think outside the box. You have to represent your community, your cultures, and tradition. So tonight, I stand before you with great humility, respect, and dignity that I have for public service. I strongly believe that education is really powerful. It offers you more opportunities to become successful in the future. When you learn, you grow, and then you expand your horizon. You share your knowledge and distribute for those who are in need. That is what I exactly did when I went to St. Olaf College. I studied education because through education, one of my favorite African-American leaders of all time said once, education is a key for success, and education is the only passport that you can use everywhere you go. So, I'm here tonight to say I really appreciate for you being here. We have distinguished guests, community leaders. I want to say that I am running because I really want to make a difference in our communities. I want to give you a couple of examples and specific statistics that can really blow your mind. When you look at Minneapolis Park Board and Recreation, we have 9 commissioners. We have 9 commissioners. 6 of them are elected in the 6 different districts, and 3 of them are elected at large. 6 of them are elected in the 6th district, and 3 of them are elected at large. Not a single one of them reflect the communities of Minneapolis. That is very sad. That is very, very, very sad. To have a commissioners who do not reflect the community, which means they do not bring the ideas and the needs of the 21st Minneapolis. Ladies and gentlemen, Minneapolis is changing. And Minneapolis is changing very, very fast. Turn to your right, turn to your left, look at front, look at back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the most diverse city in the nation. We need a diverse leadership in order to help and support our communities. Diversity is a good thing. I am not running because I am a person of color. I am running because I qualify to do the job. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a historic moment. This is a historic election. For us, specifically for the East African community, this is a time, now is a year, this is a moment for us to elect someone who not only reflect our communities, but also someone who can do a great job and have the educational and the job experience to do the job. So now is a time for us to stand up and elect those who reflect our communities, those who have a basic understanding of our communities, and those who really have a common sense to help our communities. Let me give you a number. Minneapolis Park Board of Recreation, the city, the local, the state, and the federal funds, this year alone, $66 million. That is according to the Star Tribune. So Ziad, I agree with you. The Star Tribune can be a very credible source. Now, $66 million. We have about 50 parks in Minneapolis. Go to every single parks in our inner city. Ladies and gentlemen, they are struggling. There are a lack of resources. There are a lack of programs. $66 million. You know where that $66 million goes? When you don't vote, it goes to those who vote, because they have a voice. As of right now, you don't have a person of color that represents in the Park Board Commissioner. So do you think when the $66 million are being divided in the table, you will have resources for Cedar Riverside? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Those who vote get the $66 million. So on November 5th, we need to vote to get the piece of the pie. We need to create jobs for our children. We need to create programs. Not just programs, ladies and gentlemen. We need to create programs that really reflects the communities. We have this idea in America that all shoes fits all. We are from a different continent. We have a different cultures, ideas, tradition. So we're not begging to have a different cultures and traditions represented at our park systems. What we want is to elect one of us that can represent every single one of us. I am truly sick and tired, us, you, electing the same ineffective leaders for the last decade or so. I am humbled and happy at the same time. You see, it's not an easy to stand in front of you and say, vote for me. Truly, it's not an easy thing. It is not an easy for me to stand here today and ask for your vote. I'm asking for your vote so that we can have a better community. We can have a strong community. We can have a strong youth. This society, this community make a history by electing the first African-American president. Why? They believed in his dreams. They believe in his hopes. So what we are asking you, like Abdi Abdullah said, is that we qualify to do the job. So give us the opportunity to develop our talents so that we can move all communities forward. I guarantee you, if I'm elected as a second, if I'm elected as your first choice, as a Park Board Commissioner at large, I guarantee you I will represent every single Minneapolis resident because that's my passion. And it's easier for me to do it because I have experienced it. I grew up in the inner city. I went to one of the most prestigious private colleges, 98% white, for 4 years. So I have the experience of working with other communities. I live in the African American community. I am a Somali American. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment. What I'm telling you, is this is the moment for us to elect, the perfect person for this position. And I'm not saying just because I have this ego. I'm saying this because I really qualify to do the job. So what I'm asking you is for your vote. This is common sense. This is a common sense. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very common sense. You know? So we must give credit for those who came before us. If it wasn't for the African Americans, if it wasn't for Booker T. Washington, Frederick Douglass, Thomas Jefferson, Harriet Tubman, just to mention a few, we would not be here tonight. We would not be here if it wasn't for those leaders. So we must remember those who came before us. We must remember, at the end of the day, if you love it or hate it, you are an African American. People will identify you as an African American. And I'm really proud of it. If I go and apply for a job, they will ask me if I'm an African American or not, because it does not say if you are a Somali or not. So we need to unite ourselves. We need to create a coalition in order for us to win. In conclusion, I am happy to share with a very distinguished guest. I know Betsy when I was given the first opportunity to work at the City Hall as a Step Up, the first group of Step Up in 2005. I shared the same stage with her. I strongly believe that she is the most qualified person to do the job. I look forward working with her. Jamal, this is a person that I really admire, who really work hard. And one thing I will ask you at last. On November 5th, we ask for your vote. I want you to come out and vote. And not just you, but I want you to bring people with you. When you leave and go into your poll, I want you to come out and vote. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much.